Okay. Hi, today is WWE Money in the Bank, and my name is Kenneth Erickson, and we are going to do our predictions. Today is June, is it 16th or 17th? No, it's June 18th. I'm sorry, June 18th, 2017. Today we are going to be talking about Money in the Bank. We're going to be doing predictions. The SmackDown event of WWE. As you know, I haven't done any kind of predictions thing. If you notice, we saw our last Extreme Rules was the event, but you know, we have flaws. My recording sometimes doesn't work for some reason. Yeah, you know, I'm always wearing a blue shirt and I'm always eating. Yeah, that comes with the territory. Anyway, let me put this away. Yeah, let's just put this away. Anyways, Money in the Bank is going to be a historical event because we have the women's Money in the Bank, the first ever women's Money in the Bank. A lot of expectations about this match are going to be like what kind of women can do that the men can't. It's going to be something because, you know, Charlotte Flair is in this match, but I'm going to get to that in a little while. Let's go down the card as our kickoff show starts. And Taz, I watched the Taz show. I'm going to plug in some names. Watch the Taz show on www.radio.com Monday through Friday. If you want to talk to Taz on a live event, on his show, in the West Coast, it would be 4 o'clock. On the East Coast, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, a.m. So, in order to talk to me, you got to talk to him during that time. I like that show. I love all his gimmicks and shimmits that he puts on. It's a funny show that I watch. I like one of the great podcasts, number one podcast, I think. And it's not even a podcast. It's like don't you dare call it a podcast. So that's one. Of course, the other ones are Steve Austin's show, Ross Report. This is podcast one. Chris Jericho. Raven has a new one. Next I talk to Jericho. Then you can watch. Then you go to MLWRadio.com and it has Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, Mike Tenay. Not Mike Tenay. Tony Schiavone, MVP. Kiki Bar with Tonga Kid. And a lot of other wrestling podcasts that you guys follow throughout the whole Google Wrestling Podcast, and you have a whole stream of them. That's where I get my information. But I mostly get most of my information from the Taz show. But I always put down my prediction before I listen to the Taz show. So let's just go with the Hype Bros versus the Clones. Last week we saw Clones teamed up with the Usos going against the New Day and Breezango. Clones look like they're good. But I didn't pick them, so I'm picking the Hype Bros. WWE has picked the Hype Bros. Taz did not do any kickoff show on the show he probably wasn't aware of it or anything, so he didn't have nothing to say. Ricardo, you picked Hype Bros. James, you picked the Hype Bros, and Assad the Hype Bros. I couldn't get my friend Ryan. I can't get a hold of him. I don't know what's going on. I can't get his prediction. So that's basically. I'm looking at the Hype Bros taking over the whole match here. I don't know if they're having a cruiserweight match. I don't know if Neville is facing Aries or any other guy. I don't know if Neville's facing Tozawa, which I heard was happening on 205 Live, but I haven't been watching 205 Live. I haven't been watching NXT. I get so involved with WWE's main roster, I don't even pay attention. I never get to go on NXT and watch NXT. I should be watching Lucha Underground and Ring of Honor and TNA's. Lucky they're still going with Jeff Jarrett, But with Money in the Bank, these predictions is what I'm doing now. So then we have the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships between the Usos versus the New Day. Now, don't get me wrong, New Day's been on a high roll lately, but I think it's not their time. I think they should like. I think it's a good idea to give Usos more time with the belts and more leaner towards keeping the belts. So I'm going to give it to the Usos. WWE's picked the Usos. Taz has picked the Usos. Ricardo has picked the Usos. James has picked the Usos, and Assad has picked the New Day. My friend Assad has picked the New Day. Well, apparently, let me go ahead and say this: I'm not going to have no party here today, so it's not going to happen. It's just way too hot for people to come out, and I don't expect them to come out here. I'm just going to have it here in the room where I'm going to have it, as my video keeps going swaying back and forth, so it doesn't matter. I don't know when the WWE Championship is going to be on. I got this all written down on the WWE's.com had it. I don't know when it's going to be. They're going to have it last, or they're going to have it before Money in the Banks, all the Money in the Banks, or what. I don't know if it's going to be before. Well, I'm not going to put the WWE Championship before the WWE Women's Championship, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the Women's Championship and say, hey, it's going to be Naomi versus Lana. We have Naomi versus Lana. Now, Taz says that Lana should be deserved to have it because we haven't seen a wrestle. We haven't seen her wrestle for a long time. I mean, has it even, has she even wrestled? I mean, do we see any? I see the Total Divas that she's in the NXT Performance Center sometimes, training and stuff. But I didn't see her really wrestle, like train. Can she wrestle? Well, it got proven on Thursday SmackDown that she did the powerbomb on top of a sit-down powerbomb move to Naomi, which is pretty good. So maybe there's some ability in her to go for the title. Now, I don't think Lana's gonna get it. I think Naomi's gonna retain. As I try to look at my. Yeah, I think Naomi's going to retain here. I don't think it's Lana's time. I think Lana should be proven more to her heel ability. There could be a mess up with Rusev coming in. I don't know. There's rumors about that. So I'm going to go with Naomi on this. WWE's going with Naomi. Taz going with Lana, with Dennis, no problem. His producer. Ricardo's going with Lana, which is surprising. James is with Naomi, and Asad's with Naomi. So I don't think it's Lana's time. I think it's just a ploy for more recognition on Lana, just so she can get her, good matches in and stuff. I just don't think it's her time. So let's go with go ahead and go with the WWE Championship, because I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to do the WWE Championship before they all did Money in the Bank. So we'll go with. It's Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton. Jinder Mahal has been on a great roll with the belt. People say he doesn't deserve it. I don't know. I don't think necessarily agree with that. I think he's been in the business for a while with the 3MB, with Heath Slater and Drew Galloway, which is now on. I mean, with. Drew Galloway's moved on, so it's great to see Heath Slater with somebody else and 3MB with somebody else, and they're getting more. We just saw Heath Slater grab the tag team belts. Drew Galloway and TNA just grabbed the TNA title, and now we got Jinder Mahal, who's a WWE Championship. So 3MB finally got what they deserve, finally got a shot. But of course, with TNA and WWE, TNA doesn't count with the belt strapped. Got to be within WWE. What Jerry King Lawler says. If it hasn't been done in WWE, it hasn't been done at all. So, but knowing that people get a lot of opportunities outside the company, which is pretty cool, I think WWE should look at giving these guys lots and lots of opportunities to get that belt. So Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton. We know Randy Orton is a 12-time, 13-time champion, but it's just. Randy Orton, I don't think, is going to get this. It's Jinder Mahal is going to keep that belt because this guy's goons, which is pretty good. You know, you got to have insurance policies. You got to have your guys to guard you all the way for a possible good title run. So this is good for Jinder Mahal. So I got Jinder Mahal, WWE's got Jinder Mahal, Taz has got Jinder Mahal. Ricardo has Randy Orton, James has Randy Orton, Assad has Randy Orton. So most of my friends have all the Ortons. I picked Jinder Mahal. So that's going to be the upper mouth. And as you can tell, as I get right here with my championship belt, as you know, I'm the champion and of predictions right now. So I'm coming out with the championship. This is on the line. Knowing that they're not here, they will be recognized as the prediction champion. So Ricardo, James, don't feel bad. You guys, well, if you guys win, you guys are champions. You guys have the belt. You guys will be recognized as the champion if you guys win tonight. So I'm letting that out there. So, but knowing me, as I'm the king of all predictions, yeah. So, you know, yeah, they say I cheat because I look at things. No, I don't do it. I don't do it. I just know how wrestling works. You know, been watching wrestling more than they have, really. So I have. So we're gonna go on with the women's champion, Money in the Bank. We have Charlotte versus Becky versus Natalya versus Carmella versus Tamina. Now, the true underdog in this is Tamina, because she's so big, she's dominator. Can she get up that ladder and grab the belt? I don't think so. I think the woman who has more experience in this, as in big matches, I have to go with Charlotte because she's been in the Hell in a Cell with Sasha. She's been in those big matches, and she could pull it off. She can pull off. Oh man, I can see a moonsault coming off the ladder. I mean, whoo, buddy, I can see it. So I'm going with Charlotte on this. WWE's going with Charlotte or Natalya, because there's two people on the WWE.com that's predictions, and one's Natalya and one's Charlotte, so they're either or Natalya. I don't know how they do that, but Charlotte looks like the best one on there. Taz has Carmella. Taz thinks that there would be interference, which I thought I thought about it originally, but I had to go with the most experience in a big match, and that would be Charlotte. But I would think that could be another scenario. The heel, it would be a good turn, and I think we need a bad guy in this one. But I always wanted to see Charlotte versus Naomi, just so I could clear chin. So I don't know. I might be wrong on my predictions, but you know, it's got to be a heel for this, because it has to take a heel move to pull off Money in the Bank. Ricardo, you have Tamina. James has Becky. Assad has Charlotte. So unfortunately, my friend Ryan will not be participating in this prediction list. Okay, now we got to see how short this Money in the Bank is. Now we have the men's Money in the Bank main event, I think, between AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Baron Corbin, Dolph Ziggler, and Sami Zayn. You know, it's so funny. Wrestling City put on post on Facebook. They did like a little cartoon caricature of how it would go, and they put John Cena to get in here and win. And I was like laughing my ass off. I was like, no, it's not going to happen. I was like, this is just too funny. John Cena is doing a lot of things outside of WWE. You know, he's a 16-time champion, tied with Ric Flair. You know, I don't know. I don't see a 17-time champion. I think if John Cena fan made a caricature and just say, hey, I want John Cena to win. Oh, come on. And Sami Zayn. I think we're going to pull an upset, because the true underdog in this is Sami Zayn. I think we're going to have a good upset. I think Sami Zayn wins it and wins Money in the Bank for the first time. I think we're going to have I think Sami Zayn's going to win it. And WWE's picked Dolph Ziggler. Well, because he's got experience, maybe. Taz picked Shinsuke Nakamura because of what we saw on SmackDown. It kind of reminds me back in a year ago with Dean Ambrose, how he said, I'll win it, with the Shield. And it's like, okay, so we might see that happening. And your prediction. Well, Carl's picked Shinsuke, James picked Shinsuke, Assad, I think he picked Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah, he picked Shinsuke Nakamura, I think. I remember him saying it. Okay, so that's it. And that's my prediction. The belt's on the line. This puppy right here will be on the line for the predictions, and that will be on Money in the Bank. And the true story of the history of Money in the Bank. That contract for a year, and yep, you get money. I don't know. They say Money in the Bank, you get some kind of $10,000 reward, and a contract for a year. I think that's what it is. But we'll see. We'll see. I know it's a good payoff when they get Money in the Bank. So we'll see that. And I'll plug in my live reaction, guys. We have UC Campbell. We have House Overboard Reaction. We have Chris Cote, known as Dead_in_O. And you have other ones that are on there, so I know only 3, and the other ones they don't put up there, Oh, and then we have Magnus Tyrone. He gets on there. But I just want to say today is Money in the Bank, and I'm going to watch it. We're going to have it at 4 o'clock, and I will see you at 4 o'clock. You guys take care. Bye.